So yet again, a drop off from Bitcoin and a big buy up. It kind of feels that as the world's getting more and more crazy, is it not just more bullish for crypto? Every single dip that's coming throughout with Bitcoin is being bought up. And yet again, over the weekend, we started a slight pullback and we ended up bouncing on the 27,600. And now we are sitting at the major trend. We have Bitcoin sitting back at $28,300. And we're possibly looking at breaking a trend for attempting the new highs. Now, as you can see in the tile, for me, this is a big one because we're starting to get not only Bitcoin bouncing and just looking incredibly strong. Not that it's growing. Guys, it's already done incredible things. That it's holding. That's a huge thing. You know, we always look at the growth. That's fantastic. But we've seen many times in crypto, the growth, we get somewhere and then we don't hold it and then we come all the way back down. Bitcoin is just holding. And every time we come down, we're getting bought up. But what also happened over the weekend is not only we're getting the first big daddy just looking strong, we have the second big daddy, Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is breaking to BTC. And I'm going to show you why I'm buying some more Ethereum right now and why I think Ethereum is finally going to be what we need. Now, what do I mean by what we need? Altcoin explosion. The altcoin explosion comes when the total breaks the resistance, the total market cap. We explained this last week that Bitcoin has done incredible things, but it's struggling to get through this level. It's struggling to get through the level where if we get through this, we bring another $200 billion into the crypto market. Now, with ETH, now we can get through. And after ETH, that takes the total market cap through, the total 2, the total 3, and all of a sudden we start getting an altcoin explosion. Did you not start to notice on Friday and on Saturday, the little altcoin pop? And tomorrow is going to be a big show too, because I'm going to speak about the popcorn effect of these altcoins. We had ZIL breakouts. We had SXP. I used to know SXP as Swipe. Now it's called Solar. And if you have a look here, look how you're starting to get this huge popcorn effect. Look at this token. Absolutely flying. SXP is actually the reason how I bought my first car, by the way. But let's get back into the show. So guys, I'm going to speak about Bitcoin. I'm going to speak about Ethereum. Why I think Ethereum, we have to upgrade in 9 days time. Why I think that's going to bring hype. And why I think it's going to break the total market cap, which is going to release the altcoins. We're starting to see the little spark from altcoins. Now it is time to get the real move within the altcoins. And we're starting to see MATIC break trend today, Algo break trend today, Cardano breaking trend, ZIL breaking trend. We're starting to get these altcoins to break the main daily. So no more wasting time. Josh, push the button and let's get into the show. Let's hit it.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper.
Yo, Banter fam, what do you think? I'm back in the suit. I decided to dress smart again for the market. I'm like, come on, guys. It's time. It's time for us to have some bullishness again. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. How are we feeling out there? We bullish, we bearish? Pop in the comments. Are your bags loaded? Did you guys focus in the last week or two to build the portfolios? Have you focused on this? May it be slightly different tokens, may it be slightly different categories, but have you done this? Have you separated your portfolio into low risk, medium risk, high risk, and very high risk? Whatever the tokens may be. I'm asking you the very simple question. Are you ready? If the market explodes now and the altcoins take off, are you ready? Is your portfolio ready? Do you know what you're doing when it takes off? Do you know when you're taking profits on Bitcoin and into Bitcoin? Like, are you ready? That's the big question. Say yes, yes, yes in the comments if you are ready. And then I want you to get hyped. Tonight, we start the next Sniper School cohort. I did a video yesterday. Let me know what you think. We started this whole new sort of thing of showing you the power of understanding the basics in crypto and how it sets you ahead of the rest. We have Sniper School Cohort 4 starting tonight. Now, it is our biggest one yet. You have one more chance to get in now, and we have one more event on Wednesday. What you have to do, guys, is go watch yesterday's video, but very simple. Register for Sniper School in the link below. You're then going to open exchange account. If you already have a Bybit account, open a BitGet account or open an OKX account or Maxi account. You can never have too many exchanges, guys. They'll all be used at some point. And deposit $100. You get to trade with this $100. Get into Sniper School, guys. It's about to be the biggest thing. Why? Tomorrow we launch our first step of university. Okay? What this means is if you've done Sniper School and you finish Sniper School, you get put into a 2-hour call every day, straight after my show, every single day, from a Monday to a Friday, every weekday. Okay? And what that means is you basically get, I'd probably say, I don't want to give away too much, but basically you have trading and you have education every day on a call with traders and my whole entire team every single day from 1 o'clock South Africa time till 3 o'clock every day. We go through the trades of the shows. We take trades. We do all these sort of things. Sniper University. You learn the basics. You learn the foundations of how everything works. Now we put you into the field. And not only are you going to be there and I'm going to be trading and many other traders are going to be trading, you're going to be trading and we're going to be helping you with your trades. And you're going to be jumping on and you're going to be doing these things. And I know what you're thinking. A lot of people, quite crazy. Once you have done the first week or two, you then get split into your favorite mentors and your favorite groups where it's only 20 or 30 traders together and you guys can trade whenever you want. You can jump onto the groups. Guys, it is phenomenal. So every single day, it starts tomorrow. So if you've done any of the first 3 cohorts, jump onto Discord. You get in the link. Tomorrow it starts. Come join me at Sniper University. Well done. And now it's time to take over. Okay, let's jump in. So first thing, let's quickly have a look at the major indicators. It's Monday, so we look at the higher time frame view of things. We had quite a bit of bad news that came out on Friday. Market said, screw you, we're tired of this. Okay, so market took off. So we have the US, the futures, the US 30 breaking trend and on the upside. So looking pretty good, to be honest. Not only did we break trend, we're now looking at breaking a higher high. So it's really good because what we've had recently was this whole big drop off here, sent Bitcoin to 28,000, all the craziness going on. And now what we have is we have a slight upwards market, which is good. We just want to know Bitcoin's looking extremely healthy. It's looking at levels that it hasn't been for a long time. It's getting quite hot. It hasn't been for quite a long time. And what we don't want it to be ruined. Okay. We don't want it to stop the momentum. What would stop the momentum is a very bad stock market. And now all of a sudden we get in the stock market printing green and looking pretty good. So this is well on its way of possibly making a higher high and looking strong. What's that doing? Again, sending the DXY down, looking very bad. Now I want to bring Craig on here for a second because we had the oil news. Okay. And this is probably going to raise inflation rates and all these sort of things. Remember, I'm a TH artist, but let's get Craig. What's up, bro?
How's it going, buddy?
What's happening? What happened with what's happening with the oil?
So crazy news yesterday was that all the Middle Eastern countries have cut their oil supply by quite a lot amount. By about 30%, they're going to be cutting their supply. So what's really interesting is that the oil price, as you can see, has actually gone up a fair bit. It's gone up about 5% today, I think. But what should have happened is that this should have been very negative for the stock market, because if the oil price goes up, it's very inflationary. And we know the US are trying to kill inflation. So the very odd thing about it is that the stock market has actually made, if you go in smaller time frames, has actually made a higher high from Friday. So none of it is actually making sense. It's almost like the market is shrugging this news off,
It's crazy. It's crazy. So what you can see with oil here is that it can be breaking quite a long trend. You're probably looking at a year of a downtrend in oil, and that might be breaking trend. So
and that's
definitely
a
looking
falling
strong.
wedge, 68% chance of break to the upside. So oil definitely going up because of the cut in supply, because the demand stays the same, but now you're cutting supply, so price can only go up. And that's very inflationary for the US, which is not what they want. So it's almost kind of like an attack on the US, I guess. That
kind of feels like it, eh? It feels like everyone's grouping and it's this whole attack, which probably for me still indicates that this dollar is going to weaken a lot. It kind of feels that this dollar is just going to, what we're seeing on the chart now, it kind of feels like there is a big attack on the US right now. And this can't be good. You know what I mean? But look at this. This is what you were saying. Stock market. You look at this.
I mean, you go into small time
breaking up.
frames. I mean, go right to like 15 minutes and you'll notice it pulled back slightly. And now it's made a higher high from Friday. That one on the left is Friday's close. Yeah, there. And then it pulled back on this news. And then look, we've made a higher high. So as I say, it's not making sense. And, you know, also the Middle Eastern countries have done their first settlements of oil against the Chinese yuan. So that's really is like an attack on the US. You know, oil's always been priced in dollars. And now the Saudi Arabia is taking settlement in Chinese yuan. So very interesting what's happening as this so-called attack on the US and so-called de-dollarization. They want to try and get away from the US dollar.
Bro, it's quite crazy, eh? But like, we look at the different generations and stuff. Like, I come into this and I'm like, guys, what have you done over the last like 20, 30 years? Like, you've made this like, and all of us youngsters, we're coming into this world and like, what have you done? Like, everything just looks like such a mess. And it's crazy. But what we are liking here, Craig, and I'm sure you can agree with me, is the abnormalness, where something is supposed to be bad, but the market's saying, screw you now, we're tired of this shit now. And they're sending it the other way. And this is only, but also really good for Bitcoin at the moment, because we can see it. Like, everyone's just jumping. Any dip on Bitcoin is being bought up. And the longer that this shit goes on, for me, I just don't see a really big pullback on Bitcoin. I really don't. No. I see maybe 25, 26, but it gets bought up and it gets bought up and it gets bought up. And it's insane to see that right now. So thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You know what? Wait, before we go, you know what I loved, Sheldon, on your video that was released yesterday for the school. So for anyone that's on the call here, go and have a look. Maybe Josh, you can post the link even in the chat where you talk about the school and you talk about all this negative news and whatever, and you like holding that webcam and then you go like, screw that. Like, you look at the charts, and the charts, you have to trade the charts right now because the news, you know, as you say, can be chaotic, but now it's paying out positive. I mean, it does not make sense. And if you,
I'm sure everyone, no, you're right. I'm sure everyone yesterday, when they heard the oil news, like, they were thinking bearish as hell. And look at Bitcoin this morning. Boom. Back. Nearly back above the highs.
If you haven't watched that intro part of Sheldon's thing, go watch it. It's Sheldon's best video I think I've ever seen him make. So he was absolutely on fire. So go and have a look at it. But you actually explain it so well in the beginning there. We're holding your camera and you go like, screw this. I'll look at the charts, you know. And I think that's what it's all about. So well done, brother.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Amazing. So guys, like we're saying, like, look how the market is acting different, and we got to trade it as it comes. And still to this day, it always comes in the sense of Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. Very simple. Now let's quickly get an understanding before I jump into Bitcoin. Let's quickly go to the total market cap. And again, I like this. I like this so much because we've had a lot of resistance on the total market cap. And this is just indicating flow of money, you know, coming into crypto. And like I said, you basically had Bitcoin powerhouse up, get there to the major levels, fantastic, and then get stuck. Why? Because it's a one man trying to fight a war, okay? And you could see the amount of wicks. We've been literally sitting here now for the last 14 to 16 days, just hitting the same level. And what I liked about yesterday is we got bought up, and look at the great green candle we're forming there now. And now we're starting to get Ethereum join Bitcoin. Now, this is obviously with the upgrade coming up and things like that. Amazing. But what we're waiting for is the break of this total market cap high. Then what I'm saying again is I'm still expecting a two-legged move. I'm still expecting a total market cap where you'll have Bitcoin possibly run and go attempt the new highs, but you'll have the whole market move with it, not just Bitcoin this time. You'll have all the altcoins, you have all of them take their next big step, and they'll probably break the highs that they made within January. You know, remember when we had that nice push from the altcoins? We break those highs, and then maybe small pullback, and then it's the real push. The real push where we go to these big levels here, where it's probably going to be Bitcoin stagnant and altcoins completely rip and take off through those points. So this is good, guys. We can be getting this in the next 2-3 days. We can finally have a total market cap breakout, and that's what we're waiting for. This is going to be a team effort of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. And that's why you need to pay attention right now. So let's jump in there, quickly look at the others. Look at Total 2, how Total 2 is coming to life. Same thing. Coming here now, this is because of Ethereum. And then what you have slowly lagging behind is the normal altcoins. So now it's all starting to make sense. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then altcoins. We have to get through this total market cap over here. And that's when we're going to start the actual eruption. Now, let's go into Bitcoin and let's go see, because it's looking incredibly bullish at the moment. So what we had was basically had Bitcoin trending sideways for a while. And like I said, probably get used to this range. Unless we do break the highs, yes. But get used to the range of Bitcoin between the $26,000 and the $29,000. It's basically just ranging between here. You can see every time we get there, there is pullbacks. We get bought up really quick. And now, yet again, we broke that wedge within the weekend, which was good. And then what we had was a dip off yesterday. And we came straight back into the zone. And what's working really nicely with Bitcoin right now, guys, is horizontals. So trend lines are amazing. They're giving us an indication of breakouts. But the way that Bitcoin's respecting horizontals is really nice. It's respecting levels. And for example, if you have a look just before, Bitcoin's actually stepping up slowly. And you don't even see it, but I'll show you now. Just before we had this, right? Look at the horizontals. How Bitcoin will drop straight into the 26,500 and we'll get out. Straight into there, same level, and we'll get out. Same level, and now we break through. Now look at the next step that Bitcoin's in right now. So this was the 26,500. Now look where the step is. 27,600. We pop in, we go out. We pop in, we go out. We pop in, we go out. So what you're starting to get is you're basically getting Bitcoin. Guys, this is a huge wall. Like, it's a huge wall. Anywhere between 28,000 and 31,000 is a massive wall for Bitcoin. It is, because this brings the possibilities. We get through this wall, possibilities of 40K and these sort of things now become available. So what it is doing is it is fighting heavy through these sort of areas, right? But you also have the biggest attacks on crypto right now. Choke points, everything. They're trying to stop everything, and you have it still holding like this. But what you have is Bitcoin going up, fighting a level, go up, fighting a level, go up, fighting a level. And all of this is fighting a huge area. Once you're through that area, you then start that acceleration. So I want to remind you again, if I go to another time frame here, a higher time frame, this is the area here, this big area between the 28,000 and the 31. Once you're through here, guys, and we're through this area over here, all of a sudden there's a huge gap that takes up to 38. So there is a war here right now, but wow, is Bitcoin doing really well, considering all the news, considering all the attacks, considering everything that's happening. So what does this mean on the smaller time frame? Right now, we're looking to break trend. Okay. And from here, as it seems now, we should be pushing higher today. From here, we should be pushing higher. And we're possibly going to go test the 28.8, maybe even the 29, maybe even possibly attempt the break. Okay. If this remains bullish, and let's say the market decides just to erupt right now, that total market cap that I showed you guys can break at any moment. And when that breaks, you're going to see a whole market rip completely. And it's going to get really hard to buy within. So let me play the very bullish scenario, and then I'll go into the different scenarios as well. But basically what will happen is Bitcoin will push a little bit higher here. It will come down quickly, and we will go. We will push. If we break that, expect dominance to go up. I'll speak about dominance now. But basically, this is the level we will hold now. We won't come back into this trend, and Bitcoin's going to rip, right? That's the really bullish scenario. Second scenario is that we do fake this out, and we do possibly come and test down here. Now, I want to explain to you what this means right now with dominance. It's quite crazy, because we spoke about this on Friday when Run was on the show. Altcoins are getting strong when Bitcoin pulls back. Okay, so you have the two different benefits. The first thing is Bitcoin now decides to break out and go extremely parabolic. It just decides to rip. If that does happen, expect dominance to go up. Expect it to go up. And like I say, we're still expecting, I don't see it getting past 49, but expect it to go up. That means Bitcoin's chasing the 30K level. You allow it to move. What that's going to do is the alts will just slowly grind up to the upside. Okay. Then what you have, remember, when Bitcoin gets to 30K or 31K, we will have the transition. Once that total market cap breaks that level, you will have everything catch up and just explode, which means you still want the altcoin entries. And I'll go through some of them that are still available to be buying right now. Then what you have is the second option. The second option is we reject here and we decide to come back down again. If that happens, yet again, it's going to take this dominance. And let me actually show you the dominance, because we're forming this uprising wedge, which is a bearish wedge. This isn't a bullish pattern that's forming for the Bitcoin dominance. It is bearish. What you basically have from here is you then have this tank down again, and we have a huge uprise of Bitcoin coming down and altcoins outperforming. making Bitcoin. Now, I had someone last week, his name's Dallas. He's one of the biggest fans. I love him to bits. I'm excited to see him. He showed me that he bought that whole portfolio last week, and he bought 8 Bitcoin, and he's already on 8.5 Bitcoin. Okay, now think about it. Bitcoin's only but gone up in price now. We're sitting back at 28,000. He's made half a Bitcoin already just by holding this altcoin portfolio. Already. And altcoins haven't even taken off just yet. That's what I'm explaining to you. It's about making Bitcoin in this run. So as it stands right now, Bitcoin's looking incredibly good. But let's speak about the big one, the one that I think is really going to rip and really going to do incredible things, which is Ethereum to Bitcoin. Okay. Now, a lot of people are saying this news is going to be bearish and things like that, possibly. But as it stands right now, ETH is poised for a really strong run against Bitcoin. What does that mean in the dollar form? I'll show you now. But end of the day, we are on a major support trend line right now. We have all the RSIs reset on the weekly, on the daily, many of them. And what we are going to attempt now, I'm seeing Ethereum to Bitcoin bounce hard here. Does not matter what Bitcoin does. If it goes up or down, I'm seeing Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. From here, I'm seeing it run to 2 levels. The first one is a 40% outgrowth. Okay, which basically means we come here to this area. Not that. We come from here to the area over here and then maybe down. Okay, we'll see as it goes. But for now, what I'm seeing is an outgrowth of Ethereum. I'm seeing Ethereum catch up and help Bitcoin get to the levels that it needs. And that's 25% to 30% outgrowth of Bitcoin. But what I'm also seeing after that is because this is such a high weekly and a higher time frame. We have load shedding. The power go out. Okay. What we have here is we have this higher wedge, guys, one that we've been focusing on a long time on ETH, and I do still think we break it this year. Okay, is if this goes up, we're not promised a rejection here. The ETH to BTC can go to my higher targets. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry, guys, we have a reset of, we have load shedding in South Africa. Why is it off? No, it's not on. 2 secs, guys. Let me just sort this out. They're back. I'm back.
Are you there, Sheldon?
I'm back. Guys, we get load shedding in South Africa. It does happen.
So just regarding this Ethereum, what I was going to say there is that on the 12th, which is 9 days' time, is the next upgrade to Ethereum. So it's pretty much, I think we should see this run up into the 12th. And then we just don't know what's going to happen because there's a fortune of Ethereum that have been locked up in staking contracts for a long time, and they get released on the 12th. Now, the one theory is that people are going to dump those tokens. I mean, I don't know. Personally, I don't think so. They are at a loss on those tokens from when they stake them. But on the other hand, people feel that it might actually be very bullish for Ethereum because now people can stake and unstake as they need. Those initial people that staked, they had to lock it up until this particular upgrade on the 12th. So that's 9 days' time that we could have a great run, Sheldon.
So this is great because what we've had with ETH, thanks, Craig, what we've had on ETH is we've had the slow grind. And the reason why ETH hasn't exploded yet was, it was because of the similar phase of where Bitcoin was when it was fighting the 24, 25 sort of era, where it was creeping up. Now, what we needed finally to get ETH to creep up here, because there's the huge gap. Once ETH's above $2,000, $2,500 and $3,500 become the possibilities now. And what we finally needed with ETH was some sort of news. So what I'm seeing now in the short time frame is I'm actually seeing this news and that to help drive ETH to break through the barriers that we wanted to break. And for me, it gets us through. This is where the resistance is right now. The big resistance on Ethereum is the $1,800 to the $2,000 level. Once we creep up through this, and I think news and FUD, and that's what we needed to get it through these levels. Once we break through here, we then fly up to the high areas over here where there's no resistance. You can see right now we're fighting these resistance areas here and the previous high. Once you're through that, now all of a sudden you get to the higher levels of the 2.5, and that would be my first target when I showed you the Bitcoin pairing of ETH to Bitcoin. Because I actually want to show you guys something with Bitcoin, which is very interesting. ETH Bitcoin, here we go. Which would be this first target over here, if we only stop at 2.5. But if we decide to go to the higher levels of 3.5, that would be this crazy break. Now, remember, you're going to have the FUD. You're going to have everyone saying, oh, people are going to maybe sell their ETH. People are maybe going to this. I see Bitcoin's ripping. I'll go to it now. People are going to this. People are going to that. The chart's showing there's a possibility of an incredibly huge power of ETH over Bitcoin. And that's what I trade. Always, always, always. You find out the news and all of that a lot later. So you can see now that getting it in ETH before the level, all that I'm saying is don't buy ETH after 2K. If you're going to buy ETH and you like ETH, you're buying it in these areas and you're buying them now between the 17 and the 1800. And that's it. Because when we get through here, the explosion happens and you're going to be far behind. Yes, Sniper University is here. Definitely is here. It's exciting. What's Bitcoin doing? Tempting. Looks bullish, guys. I think this market's going to be absolutely crazy. Now, I want to explain something to you guys again quickly. I want to show you here. Let's get to a clean chart here. Okay, you have an option now. People are thinking Bitcoin's powerful. It's looking amazing. Okay, I want to show you something. So Bitcoin, realistically, let's talk about the biggest bullish scenario that can play out here is we go to 40K, right? 40K. Okay, so you basically have us possibly going to 40,000. Okay, then what you have is us possibly coming down to $20,000 if we reject at any point. Okay, because this could be the temporary top at any moment here. Look at all this resistance here that we're facing. Okay, so you maybe have a 40, realistically, probably a 31 to a 35K Bitcoin. And then you have the likeliness of us falling down to $20,000 because that's the lower range. We've seen it many times now. Bitcoin falls here. Guys, look at this risk to reward. Terrible to buy Bitcoin right now. Terrible, 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 terrible. Like the risk to reward is horrible. Okay. But now you start to take this within altcoins and you start to see the risk to reward on altcoins now. It's like 10 times a fold. That's why I'm saying I love Bitcoin, but it's time now to get into the altcoins because they're the ones that are making. Now, the first one, have a look at this one. And I spoke about it many times, is Cardano. And remember what I spoke about, the slow growth, where the total market cap slowly growing to the highs and then the gap. Look here. We have Cardano slowly creeping up. From here, you're going to see a huge push of getting up to 52 cents. And after that, we then have the huge push to the 65 cents. And like I said, this whole run, just getting to these areas, I'm still expecting 100% growth over Cardano. But you can see it now, even though we still have dominance going up and we have Bitcoin strong. Look at the altcoins, how they're waking up. The next one over here that I want to show you, which is breaking today, guys. Look here, is THORChain. You don't have your THORChain positions. The biggest thing now, you have all your tokens, categorize them, very important. But THORChain, if it closes out of the 1.48 today, it's on a run. Its first resistance is at 25 to 30%. The short-term traders, you should be drooling today, waiting for the break of these trends. If you want to trade these breakouts, this is where it gets a lot more fun. But you have THORChain on the verge of breaking out that trend. AVAX for me is still a beautiful buy right now on spot, just hovering outside that trend, making higher lows, looking fantastic. We have Phantom. So Phantom, there was my drawings. Wow, look at all my crazy drawings there from the live trading. Look here. What we have is Phantom, nearly close. When that breaks, fantastic. So you have many of the altcoins basically hugging these trends. I saw we had 𝗏𝗏, guys. 𝗏𝗏 breaks here today. It's moving. So what's it showing? It's showing right now that all of the altcoins are going to trend and you have Bitcoin already breaking trend. Okay, then what does that do for total market cap? It brings the whole market up to the resistance. And what did I show you? When that total market cap breaks through that wall, all of a sudden you have all the altcoins breaking trend. All of them. Look how they're all hugging these trend lines right now. Let's look at Link. Look at that. Creeping up to trend line. Bitcoin breaks that level, all of a sudden you have that rip. So Chainlink for me is still massive. We had MATIC. There's MATIC in the buy zone right now, breaking trend. So MATIC looks like one of the really bullish ones when the altcoins get released. We have the same as THETA, breaking trend, retest. We got this on a great live trade on Friday, which is good. One that you still have time to accumulate is Solana, which I spoke about. We had the injective protocol. Look at this, guys. You find the right token now, and it absolutely rips throughout these wedge breakouts and these resistance breakouts. So injective looking fantastic. We had Blur. So we spoke about Blur, and it's actually back in the buy zone for me now again to accumulate. But this is showing a lot of interest. I've been hearing a lot about Blur. Nakamoto. So our little tokens. There goes Naka, guys. That's going to be a beauty. That's going to be a really, really, really great one for us to be focusing on. Tomorrow, I am going through all the altcoin lists, guys. I am definitely going. Let's speak about these. Dogecoin. Okay, so what you have with Dogecoin is you do have a break of trend. And let's actually draw the correct trend over here of where you're going to really see a Dogecoin, rip. Is that resistance that we hit. Once we're through there, guys, the fact that we have meme coins coming, that's a good sign. Good sign that we're starting to bring some retail money into the market. Focus on Dogecoin. A break of this over here. Watch on.
Nothing wrong. Also look at SHIB because it seems to be looking like meme coin season's coming.
Yeah, so SHIB you can see is already broken and retest at the moment. So
Yeah.
Shibu, if you are into those sort of tokens, are amazing. But we want these tokens. These ones are here to bring us the retail money. We then have render. So focus on a render breakout today. Guys, this whole portfolio, it's going to do absolutely incredible, but focus on the breaker trends. So render as well, this breaks, we can see render is going to absolutely explode. Many of these tokens, I'll go through them again tomorrow on the realistic views. I'm just getting you the entries now of how big these moves can get. I still think this is going to be a huge bull market, altcoin rally. I don't think it's going to be that long. I really don't. I think it's going to be fast, and I think it's going to be big. And then I do think it comes to an end. I definitely do for now. We have decentralized. So if you want gaming, remember gaming falls probably under the high risk portfolio over here. But Mana decentralized is looking good right now, breaking trend, looking fantastic. And I'm pretty sure Sandbox is looking very similar. So we take Sand over here, very near a daily break as well. So get your gaming portfolio in because it looks like gaming wants to wake up really quickly. We then have XRP slowly coming down. So if you want to get XRP to make Bitcoin, it's coming to retest the Bitcoin breakout. So for me, XRP had a great pump, but on the retest over here, I do think it's a great time to make Bitcoin. I really do. I think XRP is only getting going and only starting. I am trading this as just a simple trade, guys. I'm not a huge fan of XRP, but I do think it can make you money. So XRP, pay attention to that one over there. Then what we have as well is we have the graph. This one's going to be a great one. The break of this trend over here, the graph. So you can start to see it, guys, that right now, yes, Bitcoin's stealing thunder again today, but it's getting all the altcoins to the trend line. And then what it does, like I said, is it comes here straight to the total market cap. Total market cap, oh, it's close. It gets there, all the altcoins on trend lines, and it cracks. And when that cracks, you have Bitcoin move up slowly, but you have the altcoins join. And you start to get a whole market cap eruption, which brings in up to $200 billion into the market, guys, which is absolutely insane. So this is the time to be focused and to focus on many of those tokens. And then it gets fun. Once we through this market cap over here, we can trade every day. We can. There's going to be tons of short-term trades and any other tokens. But for me, I'm not adding much more tokens to a portfolio. I'd rather be trading them for short time frame to make dollars. That's fine. Let's actually speak about this SXP. Look here, guys. So I want to remind you again that a lot of the tokens are in this phase right here. Okay. And remember what I spoke about, and I like to bring it back to Bitcoin and things like that, because you just got to understand the cycle of what happens is you basically had a lot of the altcoins finally break through this level. Yes. And then creeped up. And now they're fighting these levels, these two crazy levels over here. That's what the market caps are fighting. But once you're through that, the resistance is gone. And look how a token from here just flies naturally. So what it does is you have all the people that try to hold it and all the bears and all the people that try to short these levels. Yes. But once you're through these levels, you don't have any resistance anymore. And the price just flows naturally. And you're going to see this pattern play out on many, where you come from a heavy down market, a heavy bear market, we accumulate for a while, and we crack through these levels. And once you crack through these levels, you start to see the acceleration. So why I'm fighting so hard to get you guys in this area over here and to make sure that you're ready is this is the area you're fighting on the altcoins right now. And there is resistance there. But once you're through this, there isn't. Then you're going to see a natural flow market where you'll see a couple days of double digits, where you look at this and you'll see many double digits of the altcoins just ripping consecutively, that word, every single day. So pay attention to that. I saw we had 𝗁 as well wake up, which was really good. So 𝗁 popped straight back in, made the higher high, back into the zone now. 𝗁's only just getting started for me now as well. I saw a little bit of AI as well that started to wake up. What's Bitcoin doing? Just hovering at these areas. Okay, guys. So we've had a more macro scale show today, where I'm just showing you everything on the higher time frames. From tomorrow, we're going to jump in. I'm doing an altcoin popping show where I'm showing you all the alts to Bitcoin and we're tracking all the best alts. It's going to be a different selection of alts as well, not the same alts. The ones that I say today, pay attention to is Cardano, is Thorchain, is AVAX. The next one was THETA, was MATIC, Injective Protocol, and Nakamoto games. These are the ones for today that I'm saying pay attention to. Tomorrow I'll bring a new fresh list, but understand that you have Bitcoin breaking out now. We want the total market cap to erupt. So all the altcoins are getting, so if you get daily closes outside those altcoins, stop loss and a previous low, and you are in. This is the time. We've been waiting for it. Bitcoin's been doing incredibly well, but it is time for the backup. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Smash that like button. Join me in Sniper School tonight. All I can think about is Sniper School right now. Join me for the live session tonight. Come join me, come join me, come join me. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love, Banter fam.